Welcome, boys and girls. Wolf Look 2. Join me in this upcoming movie review of It Part 2. So, officially, I am going to see It Part 2. So, I am really excited to see this movie. I have waited for a long time to see this sequel part. Remake. Since I saw the first part of the remake, I was so really impressed, and now that the second chapter is out and it's done by the same director and same cast and crew, I can't wait. I haven't really seen a lot of trailers or any reviews on it. I've seen one trailer, but I haven't seen any spoilers. So I'm going in here kind of blindly, but I know the storyline. So we're looking at probably recurring scenes with them as kids and them as grown adults over the 20 years change. So that's what's probably happening in it's probably what's happening in this second part. As from the first part, the losers had encountered it and had determined to destroy it in the sewer, and it went back into hiding. And they made a blood pact, promise that 20 years from now, if it were to return, they would come back and defeat it once again, together as a team. So, that's what the book's about. Don't know if they're gonna have scenes that partake from the book, but I hope they do. So let's hopefully see if it's true. Now, they have managed to, due to this second part, they managed to do a side story of them as adults, remembering memories as kids, and then remembering memories as adults. So it's going to be like a back and forth type of movie, but it hopefully will be streamlined very smoothly. So that's my take on it. Right now, that's what I want to talk about for a bit, but I will talk to you more after actually fully seeing it, and I'll have a more in-depth review on It Chapter 2, It Ends. So join me for another extravagant movie review by yours truly, Corey, and I hope you guys float too. So as always, I'll see you guys in a few hours. Alright, take care, boys and girls. Okay guys, welcome back, and I just got done watching It Chapter 2. Okay, so where to begin? Well, first off, it went a lot like the book, which I was really impressed. Now, one thing, there wasn't supposed to be two deaths in the book. There's only one. But, other than that, everything really played out just like the novel. Everything that I had talked about in the beginning, how it was going to be foreshadowing and then going back and going from young to adult to young, it did play out just like I had predicted. So that was pretty cool. it did follow. It wasn't as scary. Excuse me. It wasn't as scary as the first part. The first part, I guess, really it built up. It built up the climactic scares. This one, it didn't really seem. Yes, there were some frightening images and scenes, but it wasn't scary. It wasn't. It didn't pack a big punch. There was more of laughable dark humor, dark comedy. It was more of a dark comedy. What I mean by dark comedy, sorry. You know, you have something that, you know, you're expecting to be terrifying, and all of a sudden it turns out to be kind of like funny. So what I mean by that, you know, it's if for those who have not seen this second part of this movie, please do not watch this video any longer. There are spoilers. So I should have said that in the beginning, but I'm going to say it now because I'm going to talk a lot about the movie now. So if you guys haven't seen it, stop here, and then when you do see it, you can come back and watch the movie review. Okay, so scenes like, you know, retracing their footsteps as a child, as their child selves, you know, the images of, you know, Pennywise, shape-shifting into, you know, creatures and little old ladies, you know, it wasn't terrifying, as the first chapter. There was a scene where they were supposed to, you know, there was a scene where you thought it was supposed to, you know, be scary, but it ended up being more of like just dark and funny. So it was weird. I don't know. It was weird because I didn't expect that to be happening. You know, in the book it was terrifying. But then again, it's a book, and your imagination just goes wild when you read books. So, let's talk about it. Alright, so from the book to film, it went right off, from, you know, leading up to, you know, the killings, starting to arise in Derry, 27 years from then. They all meet up as adults at the Chinese food restaurant, the same exact Chinese food restaurant that was in the original film way back in the 1980s. So, homage to there. Little homage to, you know, just 80s references. You had the Lost Boys in a clubhouse. So I mean, if you think about the Lost Boys, they hung out, you know, underneath the earthquake caverns, or earthquake boardwalk. So that was kind of a homage to there. Cameos. There was a big cameo that the people in the theater next to me or around me did not seem to understand or know who it was, but Stephen King himself actually played the character in this chapter, in this part. He was the owner of the thrift store that sold George. No, not George. Georgie? Huh? Is it George? Sold the bike. Anyway, people were laughing because, you know, he was making jokes, but it was like, you know, it was pretty cool that, you know, they did homage to, you know, the writer actually being in the movie. Now, Stephen King has done that in a few of his novels, movie adaptations, so that's pretty cool. I'm kind of rambling on, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to pick out little facts, fun facts there. Little Easter eggs. Okay, so I did watch a video of recalling It Chapter 1, and there's little homages to, you know, seeing Pennywise throughout the whole entire movie, but not like little details. And I actually noticed one in It Chapter 2, especially in the funhouse scene. One of the clowns that going back and forth, the eyes change to Pennywise's famous eyes. So, I think that's a little Easter egg. I don't know if the guy's going to do a video on that, but if he does and he talks about it, yeah, I spotted one. So, yeah. You got a little bit. Also, in this chat, in this part, you got a little bit more of a backstory on Pennywise. How he was just a normal clown. So, yeah. What would I rate this? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm jumping a little too far now. But, overall, it was as scary as the first part. Though it was still enjoyable, still, you know, gave you little scares. But it did, wrap up really well, as a remake, for the modern viewer of the novel adaptation, movie adaptation of It. So I think it was really well done. I'm really impressed with the director, the casting, the writers, and, you know, the acting and the effects. It was really well done. I would give it an 8 out of 10. It was solid. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 because, you know, there was things that could have been better and could have been worked on. But for as solid as it is, I'll give it an 8. 8 out of 10. So that's what I'm rating it as. Now this is just part 2. So if I want to put the film all together, it would be a 9 out of 10 as a whole. So, am I looking forward to be coming out on Blu-ray? Yes, because I know there's going to be some deleted scenes and alternate endings and different footage that wasn't put in to the screen or viewed. So, then I might have to go back and give it a higher or lower rating. But right now, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. So, as a whole. Alright, so this has been a movie review of It, Chapter 2. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and viewing my channel. If you guys, you know, are interested in watching more movie reviews on my channel, please give this a thumbs up. As I'm wrapping up, I would like to talk about a few little movie trailers coming out. Now I will do movie trailer reviews in the near future, but I wanted to just give you guys a little sneak peek. There are a few new Stephen King novel adaptation movies coming out this year, especially in November. Red Rum. If anyone knows what Red Rum is, spelled backwards, is murderer. That's a little fun fact from the movie adaptation of Stephen King's novel, The Shining. So they're making I don't want to say a sequel, but they're making a movie on the origin film of The Shining, coming out in November, called Doctor Sleep, or Doctor No Sleep. So look forward to that for all you Stephen King fans out there. Another one they're making is they are working on... What other movie was they working on? Crap, I should have wrote this down. They are making another movie, a Stephen King movie. I believe it is going to be a remake of Salem's Lot. So, but that was not in the trailers that I watched in theaters. No, this one I actually heard rumor that they're gonna make. So that's what I actually heard. But then again, you know, rumors, are they credible? Who knows? Well, one thing I know for sure is Doctor No Sleep, or Doctor Sleep, is the origin story on The Shining. So yeah. Anyway, alright, I'm gonna leave it here. Oh, before I go, so if you guys do manage to go see this movie, which I recommend you do, to wrap up the both chapters of the film, keep your eyes out for little Easter eggs, homages to, just the first chapter and the second chapter. There's a lot of interesting little Easter eggs that I would love to talk about, but I don't want this video to go too long. But there's a lot of Easter eggs out there, and if you guys are interested in, guys and gals are interested in finding them, there are a few scenes that would help you out. So I would just say maybe I might do a video when it comes out on DVD of that, but that's just me. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it here. So overall, as a film, It Chapter 2, 2019, or 2018, 2019, I will give it a 9 out of 10 rating. So this has been a movie review of yours truly, Corey, of It Chapter 2. It ends. So thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. This is Corey, signing out.